Hey folks, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. Following on from my video answering questions by new and veteran Division 2 agents found on the Division 2 subreddit, which I'll link in the comments and description in case you missed it, I asked if you folks have any questions of your own and to let me know in the comment section of that video, and I'd make a video answering those questions. So here we are. Let's jump into it. If at any point you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, giving it a thumbs up goes a long way, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division 2, Division Universe, and other gaming content. Now let's get to those questions. And I have to say before I start, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce anyone's usernames. I am that guy that will literally say the numbers in the middle of a username. You laugh, but it happens more than I'd like to admit. Ibram Mohad has asked if the SHD Watch levels help your build with criticals and headshots. And it definitely does, as you're leveling up your SHD Watch, which, in case you didn't know, is the infinite leveling system that you receive after you've reached level 40 in the Warlords of New York expansion. For the first 1000 SHD levels, you will be able to permanently increase a few of your character's attributes. This includes an extra 10% critical hit chance, 20% critical hit damage, and 20% headshot damage, which are some pretty good and major increases. As well as this, you also get an extra 10% overall weapon damage, along with increases to other defensive and utility attributes. Frank Chitambo asked if he deleted his Dark Winter, which is the named vector, can he get it back if he starts over again? There's a good chance you received your first Dark Winter from one of the season reward tracks, and if that season is being re-ran the way a few of them are being, you will be able to get it again from the season track on your current character. But if you did get it from a season reward track, starting a new character won't guarantee that, because you'd have to get them through the whole story, Warlords of New York, and then back into the seasons. You'd have much more success staying with your current character. If you did want to farm a new Dark Winter, it is unfortunately a Dark Zone exclusive drop, which means you can only get one to drop inside the Dark Zone, not at control points or missions in the Light Zone. You do have a chance to get one to drop from conflict caches, or you can buy one from Dark Zone vendors if they have one for sale, but the only non-PvP way to get your hands on one is from the named item caches that you can earn from specific events or from the summit. I hope that helps. Jonathan asked, would you like more legendary missions like Tidal Basin or the Manning Zoo? And yes, I would 100% love to see more legendary missions. It would be great to get Manning Zoo to round off the strongholds and also get Tidal Basin. But I'd actually really like to see a few of the shorter missions get legendary difficulty added too, like Lincoln Memorial, DCD Headquarters, or the American History Museum, something quicker and a little more farmable. A little like we had in the Division 1, when they added legendary to missions like Madison or Amherst Apartment. This would give us more of a choice in the length and type of legendary mission. But yeah, I'd definitely love to see more legendary missions, or just the legendary difficulty used more in general. The raids are great as endgame content, but there are always those times you want to jump in last minute, play something a little bit more difficult, but not have the time to pull together a full raid group. Legendary lets us grab a few friends, jump straight into something more difficult, or even give them a go solo. The next question is from Kamikaze Van Doom, a name you might recognise, but if not, he's another Division 2 YouTuber who covers builds, vendor must-buys, and more. I'll link his channel in the description below if you want to check him out. He asked a follow-up question about farming the TDI Custom name pistol from the previous Reddit video, which is linked in the description and the comments. He asked, can you also get the TDI Custom pistol from conflict caches? And yes, you can. The TDI Kard Custom pistol is a Dark Zone exclusive pistol, which means it can only be farmed in the Dark Zone, but this also means it's in the PvP only loot pool, so it can also drop from conflict caches as well as the named item caches. Master Prime asked which is the easiest legendary mission. Personally, I'd have to say District Union Arena. The layout of the mission makes it easy to funnel and control NPCs, with a lot of cover you can fall back to if things start getting a little bit out of hand. I also think it has by far the easiest boss fight at the end of the mission, with plenty of cover and opportunities to flank and move around safely. Akash Sagar asks, should I go on to play the Warlords of New York DLC, or should I finish the Black Tusk Strongholds? I care little about the story, and would rather work on improving the stats of my agent. Which path will give me access to better loot, DC World Tiers, or New York level 40? This is something I actually get asked a lot by new players. When you get to the World Tiers, whether you should jump straight into Warlords of New York, or play through the World Tiers. And really, it depends on what you want from the game. If, like Akash, you just want to increase the overall power of your agent as fast as possible and get to the end game, jumping to Warlords of New York is the way to go, skipping the Black Tusk invasion and getting straight into the end game grind. But if you're interested in the story and the world of The Division 2, or if this is your first time playing through the game, I would recommend playing through the World Tiers, which introduces the Black Tusk faction with some additional story. Mr. Mystery asked if people still play the Dark Zone. Hello? 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 Jokes aside, I'm on PC in the GMT time zone, but I don't tend to play the Division 2 Dark Zones too much. I just haven't enjoyed them as much as I have in the Division 1 in the past. But I jumped around the 3 Dark Zones in the Division 2 looking for any kind of activity or PvP, and in the time I spent looking around, unfortunately 2 of the 3 had nothing going on. No players at landmarks, no player kills, no extractions. So unfortunately it was looking pretty quiet, but this is just one example. It may have just been a very quiet night, but on the other hand, it may have been a very busy night. At this point, it's hard to tell. And finally, Black T3DD1, just kidding, Black Teddy asked if there is any way to communicate with me outside of YouTube. And other than in the comment section, there's 2 other places you can find me. You can find me live over on Twitch, where I'm one half of a streaming duo, live every Monday and Wednesday at 10 PM UK time, where we play and talk Division 2, but usually end up on other weird topics, and food. We usually end up talking about food. I kid you not, one night we actually ended up arguing for hours about whether or not cheese on toast is pizza, which it is 100% not, just so you know my stance. You can also find me over on Twitter at @thatabrax. I'll link that Twitch channel and my Twitter in the description below. And that is everything for this video. If you want to see more videos like this where I answer your questions from the comments, or if I head over to the Division 2 subreddit, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more Division 2, Division Universe, and other gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.